Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Heroes on the private servers. We're on the Everlasting server with our Scrapper, Silver Phoenix, who's level 37. And we're on a story arc about the organ grinders. And we rescued Dr. Snyder, and now Rebecca Burnell wants to talk to us, according to our contact. And so here we go. We just got two badges, by the way. The merchant badge, because I sold some items, and I got to the 250th item I sold on consignment in Wentworth's, and architect because I spent a lot of time sitting in the architect entertainment building, which gives you a badge for sitting there, like sitting in City Hall and so forth. So, Rebecca says, and it gives a couple of clues, and she says, I wanted to tell you that the Federal Bureau of Superhuman Affairs, FBSA, was very happy with your help saving that Seraph lab. Months of Richte research was almost wiped out entirely, and we have you to thank for saving it. It took a call from the vice president and a background check, but you now have Omega clearance. I can tell you what Seraph has learned from analyzing the Richte. Are you ready for this? Richte are humans. Biologically, they're not aliens at all, just highly mutated human beings. That means that the Richte homeworld isn't another planet, but an alternate Earth. You can imagine the panic if this were to get out. Not like anyone would really believe it anyway. One thing we aren't sure of is if the Richte themselves know this fact. If they did, they would most likely try to use it to their advantage. So the Richte invasion came not from another world, but from another dimension that was an alternate Earth. Oh, cool, look at that. It's like a little hospital or whatever in there. I never noticed that before. That's really cool. I probably did notice it years ago, but forgot about it. Alright, so we're going to talk to Stephen Sheridan again. This is why I like the story arcs, because they give you some knowledge of the story of the game world, which is pretty cool. And they really did a nice job developing the plot and the storyline of this entire world, which I give them kudos for. But Stephen Sheridan doesn't know this. He says, so you can't talk about what she told you, eh? From the way you're acting, I can imagine it was really juicy. Don't go breaking your code clearance on my account. Now, back to the problem with the Richte organ thefts. I wonder what's going on there. And of course, this explains why the Richte are trying to get human organs, because since they're human, those organ transplants might work. So now he says, I think you need to hit the streets again with Weintraub's psychic probe. I've set it to probe for information on organs. Just defeat as many Richte as you can find, and sooner or later we'll get the information we need, so now we've got to go defeat 20 more Richte. So Omega level clearance badge we have Rebecca Burnell's story, and then the psychic probe, which I think is not going to be anything that we have to, it's not like a temporary power we have to use on them, it's just going to be defeat 20 and then probably 20 more and 20 more, because that's the way these work. It's really interesting. I've been very happy with the fact that we're in the 30s in our defense. If we put combat jumping on, you can see that we're at 32 to 36% defense, which is perfectly reasonable at this level for a character. But one of the members of my guild was showing a build in this program called Pines that I guess you can tell it what enhancements you want, and it'll tell you what buffs you have, and so he posted a picture of what he wanted with his build, and his character, who was a brute, had the defenses I have, like 30-40% defense to just about every type of damage and ranged melee and so forth, and then had like 50+% resistance to everything and like 90% resistance to smashing. I mean, that's basically a combo of an invuln tanker and an SR scrapper. And our guild leader looked at it and said, your defenses are too low. Send me the build and I'll try to fix it for you. Like, defenses are too low. This is why I say these people are playing this game on a whole other level from me, because, with enhancement sets and stuff, you can definitely crank these things up. But I'm not used to playing that way. I'm used to just getting enhancements for my existing powers and trying to make them good. Alright, so these are the Richte. We're going to fight them here in Founders Falls just because it's easy to find them. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't play that way. You know, like I'm really not messing around most of the time with um, the uh, the different build programs, because I honestly don't really care if I'm super maxed out, right? I'm just trying to play my character for fun. Um, Now, again, I recognize that maxing it out is really fun for some people, and I don't begrudge them that. But I'm not... Oh, and there's an ambush. Oh, good, we're being ambushed. All right, so this will make it an actual challenge. I'm going to get this guy in the water here. I'm going to come back up. There's somebody shooting me from over here. This is a guardian, so we want to get rid of him. So yeah, I don't know. I do things very differently from the way a lot of, I guess a lot of other players do them. I don't know. I play just for the fun of the story arcs, which I greatly enjoy, as you can tell. And I know a lot of people don't even bother with story arcs, they just farm the architect, right? Because what they want to do is get to a high enough level and then start farming, you know, enhancement recipes to get the exact enhancements they want. They try to get an attuned version of it, I guess, or maybe they don't care because they're already level 50, so it's automatically going to be level 50 enhancements that they're getting as mission drops. I don't know. I've never played the game that way. I can't even picture what it's like, really. And again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I see absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just not something that I generally do. See, I missed this guardian. I was tab targeting, and he just was behind the others, I guess, and didn't come up into my reticle. Doesn't matter too much. Remember, we're at notoriety +2, so we are going to be getting +2 missions when we get to the point of going into a mission door. But right now, we're just picking on the guys on the street, whoever we feel like. And I actually don't care that he opened a portal, because this guy should count. And we gotta get 2 more Rick-D, and hopefully he'll count as 1. Yep, 1 more, and this drone should do it. Got him. Now we investigate the base, and it is in Craze Folly. Yeah, I mean, most of the builds, you know, when somebody shows you a build, they, in mids or pines, what they inevitably show is a level 50 build with a full set of invention sets and trial rewards and incarnate rewards and whatever else. And I was going to say, yeah, what did that build look like at 37? Because it's going to be obviously very different. And there's nothing wrong with having this great level 50 build, but you got to get it there. And I want to enjoy it as I go, and the question is, well, what's it like? And the one guy was talking about, oh, maybe not getting one with a shield, which is the shield tanker or brutes version of the elude power, which is this level 38 power. And he said, yeah, well, I don't know if I want to get that because you know, and a lot of people are saying, well, if you can get your resistances maxed out without it, so then you don't need it, it's extraneous, whatever. And I said, I don't know why you wouldn't take it. You're not going to have your defenses maxed out at level 35. You're going to have your defenses maxed out at 50. So now you're saying I'm going to go from 35 to 50 without my most powerful defense panic power, which is there to help you in a crisis, because I'm not going to need it at level 50. Now, a couple people said, well, you just respec, and that's certainly fair enough. But as I said, I don't tend to like respecs. I try to build my character the way I want it to be. I take the powers I'm going to want. Sometimes I'll slot things I don't quite need yet and stuff like that, but I try to build my character the way I want it to be, but also in a way that it will be fun to play as I go along. I guess not everybody does that. Instead, what they'll do is they'll do a farming build to get them the influence, the experience, etc. that they need, and then once they're hit level 50, they use a respec token, which I think we get every 10 levels. I'm not sure how many of them I have now. Probably 3. They'll just use a respec token to kind of redo it and make it what they really wanted. And that's fine, you know, but it's just not the way I like to play. I'll tell you, I've been very, very happy. I missed a Guardian. I've been for a portal guy? Yeah, communications officer. I've been very happy with the way this character plays. Quite pleased. Alright, so I've got to get this. I mean, where's the communications officer? Or more guys are going to come through the portal. Okay, we got him. Do a knockdown. Yeah, that was an over aggro, which against red cons is dangerous. I don't know why they're red when they come through the portal, because they're still just minions. I can understand why the communications officer minion is red, because if you don't stop him, if he puts a portal down and you don't take him out and get rid of the portal, 2 guys come through, and then another 2 guys come through, and then another 2 guys come through, and it can be, you can get killed. You know, you can really get face planted from that. But is there anybody up above? Doesn't look like it. All right. Yeah, so this room can be tough because of where the spawns are. Sometimes it's very hard to keep them separated, but for right now, it seems like we're all right. He's still alive? There we go. Is there anybody up here? Usually there's a spawn up here, but it doesn't look like it. And there's a headman. I'm gonna reposition myself so if he survives. Okay, I just didn't want to like KB him to an area where I was gonna then aggro other guys. No more monkeys? Usually there's 2 or 3 monkeys when they're here. When they spawn. Yep, see, there's the other monkey. There he is. He just wasn't close enough to notice me. Okay. Gunmen and infantry. Okay, so that's no problem. We'll take the infantry first. And Eagle's Claw should finish him. Almost. Enough that we can spin kick and then attack this guy. Love knockback. The soft control is awesome. Oh, I hate missing. Took him out. Alright, anybody else in this room? No. Looks like I didn't miss anything in this area. So we're going to head to the elevator. Again, remember, there could be up to 5 levels in a lab, so this is level 1. There could be up to 4 more levels, depending. We have to find 3 clues. I haven't heard any glowy, so I don't know what form the clues are going to take. Oh, there's a glowy, I just said. There's a refrigerator. Okay, let's go ahead and click it. And this clue, mutating human organs in cold storage unit has Richti mutagen being used to alter human organs into Richti ones. So they're trying to get their organs, they're trying to get replacement organs. And they're mutating our organs for themselves. Okay. I'm surprised these guys are only +1 when I've asked for +2s. Take this guy out. Communications officer. Takes care of him. Yeah, I'm really surprised to have +1s in this mission. I did not expect that. I expected +2s and +3s. because with a notoriety set to 1, right, +1, you get +1s and +2s in roughly equal measure. Maybe a few more +2s than +1s, so I'm surprised we get any +1s at all in this mission. Where's this? I feel like there's... Oh. See, I thought there was like a hallway here or something. But there's not. How about over here? Yeah, there is one here. So there's a hallway here and a hallway down south. So let's go through this one first. Oh boy, level 40. The thing is, whatever he summons, if he summons anything, will be his level. Right? So it'll be level 40s if he's 40. There's another communications officer. Okay, we got him. So I've been able to stop quite a few of them from being able to either attack me at all or summon a portal or whatever. Most of that's just speed of the attacks and soft control. So there's an elevator here. Let's see what's to the south, because we still got to find 2 more clues. I'm sure at least one of them... Oh, there's nothing here either. I thought there was a hallway here. I'm sure at least one of the clues will be on the next level, and now we know both of them will be on either the next level or the one after that, or the one after that. So that's 2 levels down. We could have up to 3 more to go. Chief Mentalist. Is he a boss or a lieutenant? He's a lieutenant. And an advanced drone. I'm actually going to take the lieutenant out first. Now, why am I doing that? Because the drone is going to be really hard to hit. And I don't want to sit there whiffing the drone while this mentalist is wailing on me. So that takes care of him. Yeah, you see how I'm missing? Now, what's my chance to hit here? 20% chance. That's how much defense they have. On a 20% chance, I've missed, what, 8 times in a row? But now we have Focus G, so we'll go ahead and use that. And that gave us a much higher chance, right? Now we went up to 50% chance and we were able to hit. So here's a glowy. And, oh, Chief Mentalist. And another drone. I'm gonna knock him over. One thing you gotta be careful with this stuff on Perma, I actually waited a sec to let Practice Brawler recharge. One of the things you have to be careful of is if that thing auto recharges and you are clicking your attack powers so fast that it doesn't give them a chance to, that it doesn't give Practice Brawler a chance to get a word in edgewise, as it were. You're clicking your powers so fast that Practice Brawler can't trigger, then you could end up being vulnerable to a mez attack, right? Because it will fade and it hasn't refreshed yet, right? Because you're clicking everything, all these powers down here so fast without break that it wouldn't get a chance to recover, or it wouldn't get a chance to fire after it recovers, and then you're vulnerable to a mez. Alright, let's hope. Look at this, even with Focus G I can't hit. Whew, man, those drones are tough. Okay, Chief Mentalist over here again. I'm going to reposition myself so the knockback will knock him away from everybody else. go. And again. And now focus chi for this guy. Alright. Getting a lot of enhancements, looks like, or no? Just salvages? Okay, I guess so. Alright, now we're going to start with the infantry here because, unlike the drone, we will be able to defeat him pretty easily. Now, Mentalist time. Wow, I haven't been able to knock him down and we're back. There we go. That's our soft control, that's what we want. Boy, these guys take a lot. They take a lot of hits. Let's go ahead and rest. As you can see though, we're going up against reds and purples. There's no... It's not that bad. You know, obviously I've had to use a couple of inspirations, but that's par for the course, and things are going pretty well. Alright, now we're going to have these guys, and there's a headman gunman up here too, but let's take the infantry out first. Okay, we got him with that critical. And now, we go after the gunman. Where'd he go? Oh. Yeah, I don't understand that. Why would you teleport away and then come right back? I mean, you can understand if you're teleporting away, but why would you teleport away and come right back? What's the point? You're just wasting the endurance. Although I don't know if villains really use endurance very much. Come on. Ugh. Come on. Here we go. Alright, let's see what's in the corners here. Oftentimes there's something in the corners. Let's go the other way. Okay. We've got one last clue to find, which is either going to be on this level or the next, depending on whether they have more levels. Got him. Yep, there's another level. So this will now lead us to the 4th level of potentially 5. I suspect this may be the last level. In fact, looks like it is. There's a barrel of chemicals right there on the map. Alright, so we got the communications officer. He didn't summon anybody. There's another communications officer. Got him. I hear a glowy. Not too bad over here. Oops. Alright, infantry. Criticals are always nice. Let's see if we can knock him over. Nope. Alright. That worked pretty well. I hear a glowy. Where is it? There's a Richter. There it is. Canister. We're investigating. And that's the end of the story arc, it looks like. 35 reward merits. 7,300 experience for the mission. There will be more for the story arc when we get out. The clue is decaying Richte organs. This crate contains some decaying Richte organs. They are atrophied beyond repair. So, the Richte are dying, and they're trying to steal our organs to save their own lives. That's what it seems like. Alright, so I'm going to get out of Craze Folly, just so that we don't get attacked while I'm trying to read clues. Should be safe once we get into bricks. Alright, we're going to stay right here. There's a police drone right here, so that'll make it safe while we're reading text. And we got 75,000 experience and 37,500 influence, and a free enhancement, this one. And he says, so the Richte burn out their own organs, possibly by overworking themselves during combat. It's still hard to believe they were trying to replace their organs with mutated human ones. I can't see how that would work, them being aliens and all. Silver Phoenix, you did a great job. Yeah, you think they're aliens. They're not. Okay, guys. We completed the story arc. We're halfway through level 37. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to do some missioning that I'm probably not going to record. It's just going to be to try and pick up the next story arc. We're finished with Tina Chung. We're finished with Steve Sheridan, Philippa Moreau, and Peter Stemets. Montague Castellanella. Have you ever heard of Cimarora? Ever since Ouroboros started altering the timeline, I became aware of a gift I had. I can perceive the changes in the timeline, yet I am unaffected by it. This has made me aware of other alterations through time. I need you to meet someone. His name is Imperius. He is not of this time or place, but I feel his need, and the need of his people. So what is this? Cimarora lore. Cimarora is an ancient land in the Mediterranean. Many believe it is the birthplace of the superpowered being. Montague notes that this is not altogether accurate. Cimarora is, however, one of the most famous locations in history for the origins of a power that came together in a similar way that is happening in the current timeline. Montague also notes that Imperius, the man you're supposed to contact, comes from an origin that has been completely absent from some time, that of the incarnate. Okay, so this is going to be potentially interesting. This gives us the start of a story arc, so that's pretty cool. So I guess I won't do this stuff off camera because we've got a story arc, but I am going to see if I can get... I can't get anything from Colleen Nelson. That's really frustrating. So we got a time mission. I may do some work for Colleen Nelson and see if I can get something from her. Anton and Kadeo Kestrel, I know they have story arcs in Ginger Yates. So I'm going to see if I can get into one of their story arcs as well. And then I will bring you back when we're on both the Cimarora and one of the other story arcs, and we can do them together. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you don't object to me cutting out some of the sort of mission grinding, but I feel like it's going to be more interesting for you folks to see the actual story arcs. If I get anywhere near level 38, I'll bring you back, because you should see the leveling and the power choices and things like that. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll be back in the future with another Silver Phoenix episode.